Hey, it's Jason from Pro Guitar Studio. Welcome back. Today we're going to look at a really fun 3-part funk piece that I made up so you can actually play this on your loop pedal or you can record it in your DAW, whatever works for you. I just had a lot of fun playing with this and trying to get some different sounds over one chord. So the original chord that I thought of was a C9 chord, okay? So the C9 chord has the 3rd fret on string number 5 on the A string, 2nd fret on the D string, and then the ring finger, I'm going to bar it on the 3rd fret of string 1, 2, and 3. All right, so we have C, E, B flat, D, E. Now the C7 chord consists of C, E, G, B flat, and then the 9 is going to be our D, okay? So we have a root 3rd, 5th, flat 7, and a 9th. And the first string is just a G note again, okay? Or I say a G note here, so it's the 5th. So with this chord, what I'm doing, I'm going to slide into it, give it a really funky, sort of bluesy feel. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So go back 1 fret to the B9. I'm going to go strum on a down strum, and then down up, and then down up down as a muted strum. And then I'm going to do 2 up strums in a row that are staccato. So up, scratch, up, scratch. And then I do a down, up, scratch strum, and then down, up on the chord. Again, slower. And anything along those lines is going to work. The slide is a real important part here. And the second time, I do the same kind of thing. So I go, first portion is the same, up, up. And then here, instead of going down, up, scratch, and then I should do an up strum on the 5th fret. So we're adding the 5th fret on string number 1. Okay? And this note here is an A note. So on the C9 chord, this will be the 13. I'm just making it a C13. And I'm going to go up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So I guess actually I only do 1 up strum. So like up, and then we go to the chord up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So second part here, just slower. Okay, all together. All right, so that's our part 1. Now the second part is a layer that goes on top of it, and this is all written with a loop pedal. So when I first created this whole 3-part piece, I just kept layering on top to find what sounded good to me. So for the second part, I took this idea of the C9 chord, I brought it up to a C7 on fret number 8. So this is where I'm sort of playing in here. And I'm gonna start out with 4 scratch strums. So down, up, down, up. And I'm gonna play the 8th fret on string number 2 and 3. So I'm gonna go from the minor 3rd to the major 3rd on the G string. And we're still going to hold that 8th fret on string number 2. So I'm going to go scratch strum, 10th fret on both strings, scratch strum again, and then a really quick hammer on again from the 8th fret on string 2 and 3, just the 9th fret on string 3. And then fret number 10 on string number 4. To fret number 10 on string 5, I do a finger roll up to 8, 10 on string number 4. All right? And then second time around. So it just goes to that one note the second time. Fret number 10 on the D string instead of, I don't add that in the second time, it just sort of finishes. So do it twice in a row, right? Now, the third time, or third layer I should say, I forget that second layer down, I start on the low E string, and I do have a little riff on the bottom. And I'm going to play with the C7 arpeggio. So we have C, E, G, B flat, back to C. So the first thing I'm doing here is a really fast down, up on the C note. And I'm adding a palm mute in just to make it sound more interesting. So I do that on the C note, E note twice, G note once. And then we're going to go to the 8th fret string number 4, to 10th fret string 5, 8th fret string 4, 10th fret string 5, A10 on the D string. Second time. So I do the same thing to start off, right? And then I go 8, 8 on string 4, 10 on string 5, to 10 on string 4. So the starting point though is palm muted, right? Sort of sloppy there. Then the third time is the same as the first one. Fourth time is different because I do this. I do hammer on from 8 to 9 on string 3. And then fret number 8 on string number 2 and 1. And I'm going to slide up one fret and place the middle finger and ring finger down at the same time on string number 3 and 1. Almost get that hammer on sound. And I'm going to do a slide up. It's basically 10, 11, 12 on string number 3. So you sort of get this ghost note on the first string if you're able to. Like that, you hear that? So it's just basically from that ring finger hammering down. But I'm only picking the third string. And I'm going to play at the end here. It's a C7 I'm implying, so I'm playing G, B flat, and then we're going to have an E on top. 12, 11, 12. And I'm going to strum up on that. See this like... which sounds really cool once you get it going. If someone wants to cross pick it, you could probably do that. But I'm just letting a ghost note run in there. First time. Second time. Third time. And there it is, all those parts together, right? So we had the first part with C9, the second part, we're implying that C7 chord, basically playing with a C7 arpeggio too. I'm essentially playing some blues phrases that I know. And then we're going to play the C7 arpeggio for the most part at the end. The only thing different there is adding the in between. But it's still mostly arpeggio notes, mostly notes from the chord, okay? And then to solo, I basically mixed C minor pentatonic with the major third. So basically going from the sharp 9 to the major third, which is, in this case here, our B flat. Sorry, our E flat to an E natural. You can also call it a D sharp. Because if you're playing the C chord, the D sharp would be the sharp 9, right? Theoretically. And when we're going to the 5th fret there, on the 2nd string, the E note, which is the same as the 9th fret on the 3rd string, that gives us our major third. So sharp 9, major third. But you can call it whatever you want. I'm just moving there from, we'll call it the D sharp to the E, or if you want to call it E flat to the E, that can make sense too, because we're thinking of C minor pentatonic. Most people would call that an E flat, not a D sharp. But in the context of the chord, C7 sharp 9, the Hendrix chord, right? If we play that around the fretboard, we get the sharp 9 note, and that gives us our blues sound by going from the sharp 9 to the major 3rd. So lots you can have fun with here. This is just something fun that I made up. I thought you would enjoy it, and you can try it out with your loop pedal. You can take this and make something very similar. Dumb it down if you want, or even make it more complicated, because it is, in a way, I just made it simply versus using arpeggio notes for the most part. So you can add in some more scale notes. You can solo on top. There's a whole range of things you can do. But if you have questions, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear feedback in terms of how you're enjoying these lessons. And if you enjoyed this lesson, give me a thumbs up, subscribe for more lessons like this each week, and I'll see you soon.